Hey YouTube, and thanks for tuning into the Guitar Slinger Hockey channel. This is in fact my first video that I'm making for this channel, and I wanted to take a few minutes to kind of tell you what you can expect when tuning into my videos. And so kind of the purpose of the series of videos that I'll make after this introductory video is kind of specific to, it's more geared towards the adult recreational hockey player. And the reason I say that is because as youth players growing up, and of course all of you who are playing youth hockey right now are more than welcome to tune into this, but the kind of the purpose of me focusing on the adult recreational hockey player is because there are less opportunities to help the newer adult rec hockey player learn about equipment, learn about fitting, learn about just all the ins and outs of hockey, whereas the youth hockey players usually have coaches and a lot of development opportunities available to them, whereas adult players don't necessarily have that. And that's understandable because we can all say that if we're joining a rec league at 30, 40, 50 years old for the first time, that there's not a very good chance that you're going to make it to the NHL. Sorry. I hate to break it to you on this video. So, anyways, if you are that newer adult rec hockey player, this channel is going to be here specifically to help you guys out. And so some of the stuff that we'll talk about is the gear reviews that aren't readily available to you as the consumer. And specifically, you know, some of the gear that you see on the table, you're going to have no problems finding some reviews online about it. But what I'm going to bring to the table here for you guys to take a look at is some of the stuff that maybe the manufacturers want you to know, maybe they don't want you to know, and some of the nuances that you're not going to be able to find on a channel anywhere else. And one of the things that I'm going to focus on is making sure that not only do you see the pros of a particular piece of equipment, but also the cons. I believe that there's too many videos on YouTube that are talking about, oh my gosh, those Super Tacks are the best skate that ever existed. But it's also the buyer is biased because they spent their money on it, and they want to make sure that they don't realize that there was something better. So basically, bottom line is I'm going to focus on telling you a pro and a con to each of the equipment parts that I review. So sticks, skates, pants, shoulder pads, what have you. So we'll talk about that. I'm also going to be providing some fitting tips for all of you guys. That could be things like stick length, it could be boot fit. Again, these are kind of things that I've learned personally the hard way over the years of playing. And so I'll also throw in I'll work on kind of some fitting guides for you guys when you're first purchasing stuff, or you're looking to purchase something in the not too distant future. I'll go over that stuff with you. Additionally, I'll probably throw some occasional training tips on there. I don't necessarily consider myself the end-all be-all hockey coach or what have you, but I do have some things that I've learned over the years that may or may not be effective for you as a hockey player learning. So we could talk about those. And they'll just be of my own kind of opinion and experiences. Also, some of my background too is that I am a USA Hockey official. I'm an ACHA, which is the American Collegiate Hockey Association, which is the jersey on the linesman jersey on the left. I played in the ACHA for Division II for 4 years. Not for Maine. I just like the jersey. I've only ever been fishing in Maine, so didn't play for them. But so I have some experience playing at the club hockey Division II level for the 4 years. I play recreational hockey now. I also give private hockey, private coaching lessons to primarily newer adult rec hockey players, as well as I coach teams of adult rec hockey that any teams that are looking at having some coaching come out and kind of talk about basic fundamentals like how do you do a breakout, how do you effectively pass the puck. These are the kind of things that people don't necessarily know, that sometimes it's good to have someone come out and talk about that. So in addition to that, I did work in a pro shop for a number of years, which kind of helped me, and I bring that up because it kind of helps me have some insight onto how to fit people and equipment, what stuff really works, what stuff is hype, and I think that might be useful to anybody here that's kind of has some questions. In addition to that, one of the things that as a referee and linesman, you hear a different gamut of questions or comments coming from players as one might imagine. And so I also wanted to make myself available if you have specific questions about rule interpretations, understanding that I'm not personally officiating your game, so I wasn't there to see anything firsthand. But if you have some rule questions that are specific to one, the ACHA, USA Hockey, and British Columbia Hockey League, so BC, not the BCHL, but just like British Columbia Junior Hockey. I can definitely field some of those questions about from a linesman perspective as well as a referee perspective, if you guys have those choices, or questions, excuse me. So I'm hoping that this channel will be kind of a source that you feel comfortable coming to ask questions about, hey, I'm thinking of getting this new stick. What do you think about this? What's your experience with it? And I do have that type of resources available to me. I have a group of individuals that are in the hockey equipment industry, and I do get a chance to demo pretty much all of the new stuff that comes out firsthand. So what you'll be hearing from me will be just my own interpretation of the feel of the equipment, and we're going to talk about that one piece of equipment at a time, and we're going to talk about the fit and all that good stuff. So like I said, hopefully this is something that you'll find value added in, and you'll feel comfortable coming here and asking me questions. And I can even, if you ask me a question over the YouTube comments area, I can go and check that information out for you with my sources and or equipment managers or whoever. So anyways, I wanted to say thanks again for checking out my introductory video to the Guitar Slinger Hockey channel, and I'll be looking forward to hearing comments and questions from all of you, and I hope you enjoy what I'll be bringing to the table. Thanks.